A little bit of a storm going on here in Stewart today.
It's time to do my Walker Airsep installation. There's only one thing that worries me a little. Okay, you can do the fiberglass work with that on?
I think they've been taken off the market too. People have suffocated. I'm Cindy, and this is Shell. We sold everything and set off on an adventure, living and cruising on a boat named C-Shel. Click, subscribe, and sit back as we show you that it's possible for all of us to live an extraordinary life. A little bit of a storm going on here in Stewart today. Yeah.
Found a new leak, of course.
How bad is it?
Well, it's pretty bad. There's a lot of water coming in. It's the step light out here. I can see it from inside here. It's the step light, and I need to rebuild the step light, I guess. But so if you didn't think we needed new canvas before, we had a storm yesterday that makes it absolutely necessary to do sooner than later. Oh my goodness. And look, the window back here. Completely blew the window out. Oh my. Good glorious morning. It's time to do my Walker Airsep installation, or at least start it. So I'm going to strip the top of the engine of the air filtration stuff and the attachment to the turbo, clean up the engine, and then I'm going to dry fit everything on the engine and see if I have everything that I need and I can locate where everything is attached. And there's only one thing I read in the instructions that worries me a little. There's supposed to be a drain that drains into the crankcase in a certain location, and if that isn't there, or it's the wrong size or whatever, then I may have to get a Y welded onto the dipstick tube. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but we'll see when I get down there. So it's time to get down to the engine room, time to see what we're dealing with here. Replacing all this. Here we go. Doesn't look like a lot of space. This comes off, and the attachment here to the turbo. And somehow it all jerry-rigs into place here. A tube goes down beside here with a check valve in it for returning into the crankcase. Time to take it apart. Alright, I have no idea how this is going to fit. This is already this much above the floor, so I must have to remove this bracket, but even then, I hope that's enough to bring it down and get this in a position where a hose can run. It's looking pretty tight right now. It looks like this just hangs from the strength of this thing here. There's no mounting screw to the Airsep. Alright, take a look at this height and tolerances I have here. I got a flashlight. So this is already above the floor. It can go up a little bit in the floorboards, so I'm going to have to check that, but I don't want it too far up there. I don't want it touching anything. And this here is right at the top of the engine. So there's a hose that comes out right here. It has to drop straight down, and the only way it's going to drop right straight down if it's in there. So I'm going to have to take off maybe an inch on this side, an inch on this side. That's pretty durable rubber to get it maybe to go in that far, and then the hose is going to have to drop down here and come in this way and drop here, something like that. Let's hope. Okay, another day back at the Walker Airseps. Spent the remainder of the previous day just cleaning up, getting everything nice and clean so I can touch stuff without getting greasy or dirty. So what I did in the meantime though was this tube. I cut 1 inch off of the attachment that goes onto the turbo. This moved everything forward just a little bit so I could clear some of this fuel line. And I had to twist the drain about 45 degrees just so I could get the drain hose to come up between the fuel lines and attach. I was thinking about removing another inch from the Airsep side of the hose, but I think that would drop it too far and I wouldn't be able to have enough of an angle to get the hose connected. I think it would come up and butt into the top of the engine and I just wouldn't, so I'm afraid to cut another inch off. So I think I'm going to leave it there like it is. This is going to come down and drain. Check valve is going to go off on the stern of the engine and then it will be flow forward. I've heard of guys going forward here, but at least in my installation, if I have this pointing forward going this way, the engine is on a 7-degree slant towards the stern, so it would be sort of either even or traveling uphill. Now once it got around the corner, enough would fill up and drain in that it would still work, but I'm still feeling that this is better to come, it's going to have a 7-degree downward angle here and then straight down to the check valve and then another angle to the forward part of the engine where the drain, it's going to drain into the crankcase. So I think this is it. This is where it's going to be. This has no, when I put the top down, this just touches this, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. This is fair. This is solid, and there's no pressure there. It's just going to be lodged there like that. I really don't think that's going to cause a problem. If it does, it's not going to be a problem to take this apart and take another inch off right here, and then I'll have to play with the drain again and turn it some which way to make it fit. But for right now, I think I'm going to leave this like this and attach everything as we see right here now. So I think that's pretty much it. I think once everything's tied together and clamped, I think it's going to be job done. Then it's off to the other engine where it's going to be a little harder because it's all of this stuff. It's going to be on the other side of the engine where it's going to be a lot harder to get access to. One engine done. Looks great.
Welcome to another Marine Mailtime Minute.
This one might actually be a minute because
we don't have
got one box and I think there's only a few things in it. So you can go ahead first.
Let's see what's in this one.
Project related?
Sure, project related. It's something to wear while doing projects.
Yeah, I don't know what projects I got that's going to be.
It's a little dress for cover up. Anyways, I went with red.
Yeah, okay, you can do the fiberglass work with that on. Oh my. Alright, let's get to some real stuff. Potentially real stuff.
It is kind of orange. I thought it'd be more deeper red. That's okay. What do we have?
Oh, there's a few things in here. A Jabsco macerator pump, a direct replacement for the one for the aft head back here because it failed just as we were crossing last time from the Bahamas to here. I got a few of these light 3M light rust and paint remover. I was thinking little rusty spots on the engine, I put it in my drill and I can just slowly, you know, remove some rust and paint and then asphalt it and then repaint it again. Just a few little areas, so I just decided to pick up one of these. This is for my actual chest problem. My costochondritis. It's a back pod because the link between my chest problem is between my shoulder blades. And this is supposed to work.
How much is this back pod?
This? $60 American.
That's not bad. Okay.
Really?
If it works,
It's only a piece of foam with some plastic structure. I thought it was ridiculously priced, but anyway, people swear by it. Not project related, but grill mats for the barbecue. Copper grill mats. We cut this in a circle and put it on our magma, and it just distributes the heat better.
Yeah, and you don't have to clean up as much.
Yeah, when this gets, you know, this is easily cleaned compared to the grill.
Yeah, and it cooks.
I think it cooks nicer, actually.
I'm not sure if it's healthy for you. We'll have to Google
No idea.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Project related.
Yeah.
It's a squeegee for the shower. The rest is food. Oh, got some hapses for the dinghy that you know, it hapses down and the hapses don't fit exactly in place. So this is an extender. That's it. Thanks, guys. See you in the next mail time.
Tonight is sushi night on C-Shel. So we thought we'd sit down and
have a conversation
while we make our dinner tonight. We have sushi night probably once a week. And these are ingredients we can do in the Bahamas.
Yeah. Even the avocados? Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Now I can't remember how to do these. It's been a while now.
We do this every week, but we've been in Toronto and we order. This is the first time we've made them.
In 11 months.
In 11 months, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what we used the water for. I think it's just to keep my fingers from being...
Go for it.
Okay.
Okay. So first off, one of the questions we had this week, we always get it, is about the face masks for snorkeling.
Yeah, we get this a lot.
Maybe because they've seen our other videos. When we first started out, like 5 years ago, we all left for the Bahamas and we're like, we bought these full face masks.
Yeah, with the, you know, the whole thing around your face like that with the big thing coming out of the top.
The full face and then the normal...
Traditional mask with a snorkel and goggles.
We would recommend that.
Are they goggles? Is that what they're called? Not goggles.
No, goggles are for kids in the pool.
Right, goggles are like that.
Wow.
What do you call a face mask? A face mask. Snorkel and face mask.
Snorkel.
Compare that with the full face
covering.
Full face mask.
Yeah.
You know, we bought those thinking, because we weren't into snorkeling, we're for Canada. Where are you going to snorkel to?
Yeah.
And you know, the novelty of it and the way they advertise those full face masks are, you know, it makes it seem pretty good.
Yeah.
And Cindy didn't like getting salt water in her mouth.
Yeah.
Or even around
Or that's
her
what
lips.
I thought, because I've not been in salt water in years. So we bought the full face masks, but we do not recommend them. And for what reason? One, the traditional one is much more comfortable, I would say.
Yeah, it's more comfortable on your face.
It's not sucking your face.
Can you get me a paper towel? The full face mask, you can only really do it. You can only use it if you're on the surface. So if you're a newbie and you're a surface swimmer and you just want to be able to put your head in the water and look down, that is all that face mask is for.
I think so.
As soon as you go 2, 3, 4 feet deep, there's so much air in it that gets compressed, it sucks your face through the mask. And it's very uncomfortable. Even if you're a surface swimmer as well, and you're doing something, let's say swimming against current or something like that, and you get winded, you're going to have a hard time sucking air through that small pipe that's up there. Even though it seems like it's big, you'd be surprised how little air comes in through there. And we find that the normal snorkel, is you get way more air. It's just like you're breathing normal. So, you know, the pressure is one thing. Oh, I already got that done. I think I'm ready to do this. What's this? Oh.
Okay, the second thing, with the full face, you're not going to be able to grow with it. You're not going to be able to go scuba diving with it.
It's hot. Can you turn the AC on? It's hot. You might get a little buzz in the background. Yeah, you like if you start out with that mask, you can go nowhere with it when you get more proficient at snorkeling. You're still a surface snorkeler and just kicking around like you're in a wading pool. If you get into diving, if you get into spearfishing or just even deeper free diving and stuff like that, which is a natural progression when you're snorkeling so much in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
It's useless at that point. You know, I think it took us a few months to say, no, that mask is not for us.
Yeah.
And they're just as expensive or more than the, I think the water is to make that stick.
Yeah, I think so. So we do not recommend the full face mask. That is really the bottom line. But you can have it. I think they've been taken off the market too. People have suffocated.
Well, we got that question still got that question the other day.
Yeah.
About a full face mask.
Yeah.
So it's not, so I don't know if people are buying them used or maybe they still are available in some places.
Yeah, I know. There was some kind of, they made the news.
Yeah. People were dying of asphyxiation with the masks.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a sensible snorkel and mask. We can even put a link down below to the ones that we have. Now, they're not the best ones in the world. We probably would pick not a kit. We bought a snorkel and mask as a kit. We could probably just go into a dive place and you know, pick up a nice mask and snorkel. I think we included it up. You know, buy some good snorkel and mask if you're planning to do any snorkeling at all and want to do spearfishing or any even shallow free diving. Those full face masks are not recommended.
No.
That's it. Summary of that.
That's the summary. Wow, wow. Look at this one. I don't think this one's going to make it.
I think it's because I wrapped it the wrong way.
I really think you need water. A little bit of water. Hey, you want to come over for sushi night at C-Shel? We'll order it. Cooking and conversation with C-Shel.
I'm not sure how good the cooking was.
No, it might have been a little bit of a disaster.
So that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, you know what to do. If you're new, subscribe. Leave us a comment of your questions that we could possibly answer during another cooking session. Hopefully it'll go better next time.
And thank you so much for the last episode. We're telling you about our projects. We got so many great suggestions.
Oh my goodness.
We do read through them all and we get them in the emails. Great suggestions, and we just appreciate that.
Can't promise we're going to answer everyone because
it's
difficult.
But we will try. We will try.
Anyway, thanks guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Welcome to another Marine Time Minute. What is it?
Marine Mail Time Minute.
Mail time. Like, I'm serious. Welcome to another Marine Minute Time. Welcome to another Marine. I don't know what it is. I can't get that. Marine Mail Time. Welcome to another Marine Mail Time Minute.